Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester, and I'm glad you're with us on this Friday morning. Got a big show lined up. But first, let's take a look at our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard, and his hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. Pretty comfortable today, high 83, low 73, about a 10-degree drop right there. And we're looking at the water temperature right again at 85 degrees, pretty steady all week at 85 degrees. Let's take a look at our river readings brought to us by our good folks down at Panama City, Coca-Cola. The Apalachicola Bluffstown is a 17.2, but it's dropping out. Take a look at the Choctawhatchee at Carabelle. It's an 8.6. It's dropping out. So both rivers tomorrow are going to be dropping out on through the weekend and the first part of next week. You see, we're not expecting too much heavy rain right now, but might have some coming later. So both rivers are falling. Good time to get out and do some catfishing. I say that all the time, but it's true. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Sort of ending up on the neap tides. We have today is October the 4th. We're having some pretty decent tides today. Nothing really good, just sort of decent tides today and tomorrow. But next week we'll get back into some strong tides. Actually, low tide this morning is at 7:23, and high is tonight at 10:32. Good night to go floundering, really is. The wind's going to be coming east-southeast at about 5 to 10. Fishing game times, I'll do those in this segment. They're going to be from, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers, 12:29 to 2:29. We just had those. And after lunch, 12:50 to 2:50. We want to call our friends down at Sea Quarters and see what's going on down there. I know they dodged a bullet, hopefully, and we're going to touch base with them and see how it's going. See, we need this? Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right. They must be selling some bait or something. So, okay, we'll touch base with them later. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I know we've been inundated with video and all, but it's just been so refreshing to see, firsthand video of the storm and different things, and I marvel at it. And this, we're going to, especially up in the mountains, what's going on with those rivers. I was telling Jeff, but I have one right here. This is Cape Sandblast, and it's showing before the storm and after storm. I thought this is really good. This is from Coneheads down here. Okay, so same drone. Okay, bottom is before the storm, and top is right after the storm, and it's the same area. I thought this is really cool. You see how beautiful it is on the bottom, and you had the storm. You see how it's washing up to the houses. Normally those houses would be, have some beach in front of them, but this is what a practical view of this. You see the same house there, and it's coming up. That house is right there next to the road. And we're headed from north to south, headed down toward the stump hole. So you know where we are. We're getting close to the curve. And this is the worst place. This is ground zero for the flooding on the Cape. These houses right in this area. But look on the bottom. That looks like some good fishing holes. But look how shallow it is out where the people are to the right. I just love looking at this contrast between good weather and bad weather. To the left is St. Joe Bay. That's where right there at the rocks. That's the stump hole. See the little gap, and then boom. Okay, so that is that I just thought of something really good as far as being a contrast. Okay, we're gonna keep going here because here this is a bay view, and this is what we don't realize how much water is pushed up into the bay system. And well, again. I'm sorry, this is right at Presnell's. We're headed toward Presnell's, okay? So the Presnell's is at the top of the screen, so we're going towards St. Joe from the Cape. You see all the water? And there's the campground. Now you can see how this is after the storm. And again, look how we hit way down there. And this is after the storm, but look where the water came up, all the way through those campsites. Carl Andrews, you see where your trailer would have had water in it. Okay, here's Presnell's Landing. That's a ramp going out. That's Danny Raffield's house right there with a lighthouse on top of it. That's Danny's house. Look how much water. But he built high, so he's okay. That's that hotel. I don't want to go there. And then we're coming here. Our good folks here at Hunt's Restaurant right here. They did a remarkable job of getting things out. They had volunteers help on the bottom floor there. They backed a tractor trailer up there and got everything out before the storm. And a lot of folks helped out. That fishing community is well tight-knit community and down there in that area. So here we go, looking back. You see Danny's house. Danny's got a channel. He's well prepared. He's third or fourth generation Raffield. He knows what to expect. There's a channel going out again. This is the backside of the campground. I thought that's some great drone video of this area and all. Okay, so we'll see the docks are still. It's not too bad. Again, okay, I'll wrap it up there. So I want to get to some pictures, but the first picture I want to get to, and pull it up here, is let me see if I can find it. Oh, right here. We don't do a lot of happy birthdays. Sometimes there are special times to wish happy birthdays. One of our loyal viewers, Greg Taylor, a consummate outdoorsman. What does he send to his wife? To the most understanding outdoorsman's wife that I know. Happy birthday, Margaret Taylor. And we were talking the other day, and happy birthday, Margaret, from Panhandle Outdoors. We were talking the other day about outdoorsman's wife. It's really got to be an understanding lady, and Gail's been the same way. And so many wives out there have been so good about those kind of things. So, Greg, you're a good husband. So maybe you can go on that next trip and not feel very guilty. Speaking of the storm and everything, I pulled up one picture. This was a cool picture here where that storm went through. And this is the night after the storm. Look how the power outages. You see, isn't that amazing? All the power outages from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up to the Carolinas. You can see that section right there. There's just not much power at all. And that's a true to life picture right there. Okay? So all kind of cool things that's happened. So let's take I say cool, I don't mean that as a bragging on things that happen. I mean that nature's, how vicious it can be, how but what I mean cool about it is being able to witness through the drones and the pictures and all, to witness the pain of our fellow Americans, because we've been there too. So let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. One more quick video, about 45 seconds. This goes back up to the mountains where, they rescued so many people. This little video shows folks rescuing the dogs that were left behind, and people didn't leave them behind on purpose. Sometimes people swept away themselves and had to run for their lives and all, but a group of folks came in and started working. These are heartwarming pictures. I mean, if you love dogs, and most of y'all do, you got to love this. What these rescuers coming in and look at, we've been there. See, one thing about jet skis, you can get into places. Look at that group. Okay. There's a guy, he's swimming with that dog. Isn't that amazing? Going through, watching out for power lines and passing the dogs up and saving them. He's jumping in the water going to get that dog that was swimming. This is a pretty short video, but just shows some different parts where they came in and actually, look at that little dog. He actually, that's not cool. He's barking. He said he needs some help. And they were able to hook him by the collar. And they can swim sometimes, but this was a cool picture because the chickens on top of the roof too. They're flying to high ground. The chickens are going to be fine. So anyway, I just wanted to show that to you. That was heartwarming when I saw that. So that's enough videos, and I have a lot of pictures I want to get back on. Excuse me. We're talking about the oak trees. I showed that yesterday. I wanted to let's jump into what's the future. We showed some stuff in the past now. Talking about hunting, and a lot of y'all hunt up in Georgia, and I picked this up last night, just quickly showing the actual dates of the 2024 rut dates, okay? I mean, here's the table, okay? So you see, this is interesting. It's going from our right to our left. Over there in the green is actually going starting next week with the rut dates over in the green. And as the weather cools, it goes into the gray, and then a chunk of folks in that red area up in North Georgia. You see the dates in November, and then all the way in black, and then actually December. But all their ruts are before the month ends in December. That's interesting up in Georgia life right there. Okay. I thought this was good. Rachel Gilliam, this is down there at St. Mark's. Of all the anything positive about the storm, fishing hasn't been affected. So they're saying their landmarks down there at St. Mark's, they're still there. Nothing was washed away as far as actual landmarks, so that was good to hear. Jerry Shores, and I want to encourage you tomorrow, jump there from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, those live oaks, those Masalina live oaks right there on Maple Avenue. Look it up online. I'm going to try to get some of those. That's a good buy and some hard, great trees right there. This is interesting. Department of Environmental Protection are celebrating Earth Science Week with the Florida Geological Survey's open house. So it's going to be, that's a natural bridge down there, Earth Science Week, and I've told Wendy about it. She needs to take a field trip over there. It's really cool stuff in Tallahassee. All right, let me see. Flies have officially arrived at Shell Island. Must be October. I've got, only this week, I've gotten, what's going on, those deer flies, the black flies and all have been blown down by the wind and on the coast here, and it happens every year, especially when the front comes through. Those flies down at St. George Island, Shell Island, all those barrier islands, those flies just congregate there, and people are doing this all the time. I mean, it's miserable, and it's hard to get rid of them. Okay, now let me see, I want to go ahead and make sure I talk about this because I got this last night. Running of the Bulls, Swivel Sisters, okay? If you have a few minutes, this is from Kendra. Talk about please give another plug. Registration ends this Sunday, October the 6th. This is Running of the Bulls Fishing Tournament. They can find information on going on the pages, Facebook page, and there's great payouts and prizes. But listen, next to I really like what I've attached the logo, but what she cited, we have decided that all profits from the tournament will go towards hurricane relief efforts. Now and in the future, that is what this tournament will be used for. What a great idea to use that money to go toward hurricane relief. And here's a couple of pictures here, just the Running of the Bulls, the artists, the t-shirts, they have these on there. And okay, so the deadline, go ahead and enter today. You can fish anywhere and just make sure you use their measurement. And one more right there. That's a picture of them she showed on Panhandle Outdoors on Friday. All kind of cool stuff going on. Let's see, we've got let me get some more of these pictures. Here's a ruler you got to use right here. This ruler, make sure you get a ruler from them. Okay, and we talked about it. Moving on real quick, down to Howard Creek. This is coming up in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The Fall Festival, there's a lot of fun at Howard Creek. Okay, coming up, this is coming up, let's see, October 19th, the weekend before. The Sunflower Festival, we talked about it, it's up in Vernon. That'll be a lot of fun, wildflowers and all. I like this one. How do you like my secret fishing spot? It's really cool. Not even the fish know about it. I'm gonna send that to some of my buddies. They're talking about a squirrel here. Sometimes the squirrel's running up your leg. They're saying they're running up there because they want something to eat and all, but I help them out. I'm gonna help them out because I'm gonna knock them off my legs. I thought that was funny. And we got to, okay. Also, the fishing rodeo is starting this weekend also. The party's tonight, and here it is right here with Panama City Beach Fishing Rodeo. We've talked about it. It's going to run this weekend, all of next week, and next weekend. So it's going to be a short rodeo, and I appreciate those guys doing something about it. I promise you I'll get you information on the Howard Creek Country Mart for sale, $350,000. But I'm telling you, inside that store, look at all these pictures. That's a cool store. I mean, look at all the stuff they got in there. Miranda Rollins will be having, here's another picture of it, the Country Mart, all the stuff they have in there. Okay, real quick, people are talking about the stages, the old stages right offshore. Found some old pictures of them. There were 2 stages, stage 1 and stage 2. And at the Navy base, they would do all kind of experiments and all that. They ended up going ahead and destroyed them back in the 90s maybe, but still a lot of fish on them. I saw this comment from a friend of mine at bottom. Harry Ivy was a fishing captain at the time. He said it was great fishing. It was solid bait fish for 50 yards in every direction. I remember Scott Lindsay and I would talk at length about the kind of fish and the sharks. He dove them a lot. And he still can dive them, but when we're talking about the stages, that's the old stages there. All right, I love my handheld wireless device, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all this story right here one day. I don't have time now. This day in history, this was yesterday, Gatorade was invented at the University of Florida. I was one of the guinea pigs for Gatorade. I got all kind of crazy stories. And Terry Morris, you need to come on the show and talk about it. And then 11 years ago today, this was actually when fall snapper season opened, 11 years ago today. And one of my buddies, we had a good trip. We had a really good trip. This is good news here. The Lake Powell cleanup was last weekend. They had 105 people registered to pick up trash. 1,940 pounds of trash was picked up. Hats off to that group for doing it, and thumbs down for the people throwing out their trash. So, good job. I'm really proud of y'all for doing that. Okay, look, I got some funny ones on Friday. I named my dog Rolex. He's my watchdog. That group puts out funny stuff. And coming up now, on October 19th, we haven't talked about it a lot, down in Mexico Beach, they have another Red Snapper tournament. This is named after Tennessee Chuck, right there, Tennessee Chuck. They named the Red Snapper tournament for him. That'll be coming up, okay? And it's going to be, Mitch Coleman sent this, and here's the information on it. You can go online and check it out. Good deal on those guys. Okay, so that catches us up on everything. We're going to do a draw. My pickle jar's over there. I'm going to do the drawing during the actual Friday fishing forecast. So go and take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to our famous Friday fishing forecast. Before we get into it, let's do our drawing, okay? We're talking about seafood. The winner of the $20 gift certificate for $20 worth of seafood is Dennis Borges from Santa Rosa Beach. All right, Dennis, and the winner of the Big Red Snapper, be good eating this weekend. All right, is coming from, let me see, from Panama City Beach again, two of them, Delane Bourne. Both winners from Panama City, or Santa Rosa Beach and Panama City Beach. Good deal. Now, famous Friday fishing forecast are always brought to us by Jessica Ling Insurance and Financial Group, and also Matt Andrews of Hammer Down Construction. We appreciate those folks. Good businesses, small business, local folks doing a great business and supporting Panhandle Outdoors. It's a win-win for all of us. All right, the first thing I wrote down, let's talk about freshwater first. Bass has been slow. But like I said before, the catfishing is going to be really good with the water dropping out like it is all through our river systems on the Choctawhatchee, on the Apalachicola, and way over on Ocklawaha. And speaking of Ocklawaha, on Monday's show, Billy Grantham is going to come down and visit with us, and we haven't seen Billy in quite a while. Been a little bit under the weather, so looking forward to Monday's show. Now, let's jump on the surf scene here, because one of the hottest things in October is surf fishing. It's one of my passions. And actually, the Pompano, we had got a few reports right before the storm now, and it's been really rough. This weekend, all of next week, should be some really good fishing. We had some east winds, so it's settled down. And I'm telling you, the Pompano fishing and the surf is at its peak for the next 2 weeks here in October. So if you get a chance, get out there, use some fish bites, and we've talked about different places to go. Also wrote down that they're catching redfish out of surf, running of the bulls, and they're going to be catching them, I guarantee you. I think the winning fish is going to come from a bridge this year instead of the surf. But it's going to be interesting. I would like to see where the winning big bull comes from. So get a chance to jump in that. That goes a good cause, helping hurricane victims, and it's going to run the running of the bulls. And also the tournament running, I mentioned earlier, here locally at Panama City Beach Rodeo. So all kind of fishing tournaments going on, and this comes at a great time of the year. Also, the blues have been running. Saw some good catches of bluefish off the pier. Pier fishing is strong right now, and they've had a strong run of Spanish and had a strong run of bluefish. And I've seen the reports, and I haven't shown a lot of pictures of bluefish. Have been at the pier and in the surf. So that's been some really good information there. And whiting, they're not biting yet, but I was thinking if you could catch I thought it was cute last night, catch a redfish, catch a whiting, and catch a bluefish, red, white, and blue. That'd be a very thing to do before Veterans Day, and take a picture of the red, white, and blue fish you've been catching, a loyal American there. Drums off the bridge, drum bite has been strong, especially down there off the, I'd always show the Apalachicola area, and right here. Carabel, I did talk to sea quarters earlier, and they're okay. She said they didn't have much damage there. So we're going to work from east to west on this one. If you want to catch some bull reds now, right there, St. George Island State Park is going to be strong. I'm going to run out of time. The bridge fishing again off the East Point Bridge is going to be excellent fishing right now. Use cut bait and fish bites. Okay, come on over here to, you get a chance to fish at the Cape. Okay, of course, Indian Pass, that pass is going to be good right there. Excellent this weekend. I'm going to run out of time. Of course, all up and down the coast here. Mexico Beach is going to be good. And way over here, fishing off if you want to catch some bull reds too, fishing off the jetties on a strong outgoing tide, be some bull reds caught. So all kind of different places to go. Redfish and trout in October, fishing up in West Bay, Cook's Bayou area, over in Choctaw Bay. It's going to be really good for them. We're going to make sure, but if you're going to do the catfishing on fresh water, go ahead and get set up. If you can set up at night, it's going to be even better. And check your lines in the following morning. That's the best way to do it. But if not, just set them up early in the morning and go fishing and come back and check them after lunch and all. We're going to run out of time. It's been a good week. We appreciate the viewership. Really enjoyed the feedback y'all send us, and appreciate y'all watching Panhandle Outdoors. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy the outdoors. Take care of it. Have a great time with your friends and family, and go to church on Sunday. God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.